Welcome! Did you know that one of the easiest ways to make your ideas more logical and to convey more complex ideas in one sentence is through using something called linking words, or it's a great way to connect your ideas as well? Well, in this video, we're going to see all about this. Hi, I'm Ajit from Capshine. Capshine is a revolutionary learn it together English fluency program. With Capshine, learning English is easy, quick, fun, affordable, and effective. And we promise a whole new you in 6 months or less. Let's look at what linking words are, shall we? So linking words are essentially a bunch of words that you use to connect complete ideas or of equivalent value, right? So if you have two ideas that you want to combine together, you can use linking words. What are these linking words? Well, these are our linking words. Either or, neither nor, both and, not only but also. And you must be aware of these. But the thing is that we may not be using them in everyday conversation as much. We may be using them in writing, but if you can use these in spoken conversations, you will come off more fluent than you already do. Let's look at each of these and see examples of how we can use them. The first one, of course, is both and. Of course, this shows that you are talking about two equivalent ideas with equal value. So, this refers to two of something. It's followed by a plural verb. Let's see how that works. The class was both informative and fun. Notice how both and are here. And this is the first thing, this is the second thing. The class was both informative and fun. I would like to buy both the books. Notice how here, I don't say both and, but I'm using both to talk about two things. So I would like to buy both this book and that book is the idea here. Both Harry and Shyam are late today. So in these cases, there wasn't a verb or these weren't doing any action. So I didn't have to bother about the verb's plurality itself. But here, because these two people are going to do something, I use the plural verb are. I cannot use is. So both Harry and Shyam are late today. Uses both and shows two things of equivalent value here. The next thing, of course, is either or. Either this or that. Let's look at a few examples. Before which, how are they used? Well, either or refers to one person or thing between two things. Either this or that. Verb used would depend on the last item, and I'll talk about what this means. So let's look at some examples. Either the dog or the cat is fed. Notice how the verb is singular here. The verb's plurality depends on the last item or the word closest to the verb, right? Which is cat. Similarly, either the teachers or the students are here, right? So it depends on the last item. Students is plural, so I use are. And of course, another example, either the grammar book, which is singular, or the vocabulary notebooks, which is plural, are missing. Notice how the last item or the item closest to the verb defines what the plurality of the verb is, right? So either or, it talks about either this or that, and the verb that follows it must be dependent on the closest noun. Speaking of grammar, if you want to improve your competency and become a more fluent speaker, make sure you check out the 30-day free trial. With this, you get speaking opportunities, you get to learn and practice as a group, you get a personal coach who gives you a fluency tracker, who gives you recommendations on how you can improve, and daily micro lessons as well as live classes to help you build your foundations. Let's get back to talking about our connected words. Neither nor. Well, it essentially means not this or that, right? So it's used to say none out of two. Verbs used would depend on the noun after nor. Very similar to either or. In this case, in the previous case, it meant either this or that, but here it means neither of the two. But as with the previous case, the word that's closest to the verb will define the plurality. Let's look at some examples. Neither Tom nor Mary has the key. Again, Mary is singular, so therefore I use singular verb, which means neither of them have the key, right? Neither the boys nor the girls are present. So again, are depends on the girls, depends on the last item or the closest item to the verb, therefore it's plural. Again, here what you're trying to say is none of them were present, not the boys, not the girls. Neither the officer nor the clerks are invited. So again, clerks is plural, therefore I would use that, right? Suggesting that the officer or his clerks, neither of them were present or invited for the event, right? All right. The next item is not only but also. Again, very commonly used in writing, but we don't use it in spoken communication as much. This is used to show two ways of describing someone or something, right? The verb use would depend on the subject, and we'll talk about what that means. Let's look at some examples. Tina not only dances but also sings, right? So Tina not only does this but also does this. There is not necessarily a verb that's connected to this. What you do have is the subject, the doer of the action, and two actions, right? So she does this plus that. Rekha likes not only cakes but also muffins. So here this is the subject and the verb is likes because it's singular, and it talks about what she likes, cakes and muffins. Also notice how the items are usually in the same part of speech. You can't use different part of speech between the two connected or coordinating words. He is not only selfless but also brave. Same idea throughout. I hope you use these in your conversation in the next opportunity that you can. You will realize that you're able to pack in more complex ideas through these, and this will make a difference in how you present yourself. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell notification to not miss any video from us. And of course, make sure you check out your 30-day free trial by going to capshine.com and downloading the app from Play Store. Thank you.